Yo, what's up guys, it's Isan here from Versus Gravity. Today I'm going to take you along with me to hit a mean Cali session with Sam. We're going to head over there in a sec. But before we go, you want to make sure that you stick around till the very end because we have an awesome announcement for you guys. Just a quick one before we head off. I just want to quickly tell you why I haven't had a coffee, because most people will have a coffee before they leave the house. And for me, it's all about the fact that in the morning, the first thing that you should do really is sip a glass of water, go outside, look at the sun. That is a much better way of waking yourself up than sipping down on a coffee straight away. Because when you wake up, you get that natural shot of cortisol anyway. And the last thing you want to do is just compound that with coffee. It's just going to send you into overdrive. It's going to wake up your system way too quickly. So start your day with water, start your day with a little bit of sunlight, and bam, Bob's your uncle. Right, let's go. Okay, so we're here, we're at Sam's. Just want to quickly say, I don't have a phone holder right now, which is why I couldn't do the whole Sam Sulek-esque type of video where I'm talking to you guys whilst I'm driving. But I will fix up, guys, I promise I will fix up. Anyway, let's go and wake him up. Okay, so it is hella windy today. Whoa, I think there's probably a storm. I'm not sure what the name of the storm is, but it's fucking shit. Hello, who's this? Oh. Mic up, boy. What's your name?
It's officially replacing me as Versus Gravity.
That's for you? You're gonna have to mic up, they can't hear you, bro. Damn. All right, so what are we hitting today, big boy?
Everything, balls and chin.
All right, let's head it. Let's go.
Okay, now.
See you later, bug. Bug? See you later, big boy. In fact, this is a girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Mate,
go.
just disrespectful. I said that, Andy and Ash. Bye.
Beautiful London. What a view. To be fair, as London goes, this is actually not that bad.
Is it?
All right,
Sweet, let's go.
head.
So we're gonna do a 50K, right? In what, like literally a month now?
Oh my
And
gosh.
we're practicing it, and we've got two boys that are doing it with us who are doing Strava. If you're seeing this, you're shit, mate. How the hell is your average pace 7:30? That's what? That's minutes per kilometer, right?
Right.
Mate,
I don't get it, man.
like, even if I try and run as slow as possible, I'm still hitting like, what,
Right,
it's
let's
on, you
see.
were hitting like 6 something. It's like this.
Yeah, no, that's not even
Mate,
running, bro. Like, what is that?
I could crawl that faster. Damn, it's a Bentley.
Bruh. What did you drop? Oh, your
Either
shit.
way, so this is my new shake. It's Form protein, the vegan protein. I have to do it because dairy makes my insides, you know, no bueno. And it's got collagen, so it's 50 grams of protein in here every morning for breakfast. Because I used to skip breakfast, remember? And I found that I was just struggling to hit my protein target. So if I just have this little bad boy in the morning, gives me 40, 50 grams of protein. Bob's your uncle, get all the gains.
Do you know what's funny? I literally just said Bob's your uncle as soon as I left the car.
Damn. Maybe Bob, maybe your
I think
uncle
we're
is
turning
Bob,
into the
mate.
same person,
Yeah,
which is
fuck.
it's not a good look.
Yeah, nah. Welcome to the best gym in the world. It's a great gym. It's the gym of all gyms.
So this is a bus stop, Sam. And
Oh,
it's not in
fuck.
use.
There we go, mate.
Oh my God.
I just want
Where did
to
it come
It's
from?
the best gym, the best of gyms. The gyms of gyms, the nations of gyms. Oh, it's the best gyms. That's probably the worst impression ever. If you live in London, London Bridge, Gym Nation, literally free gains. Come visit it. Swag. Cut that out, mate. Please. Bro was trying to walk out with a hoodie on. How are they supposed to see the goods, mate? Look at those arms.
My arms actually don't exist. They're a figment of my
Mate, I
imagination.
think you need to go to the vet, mate.
Yeah,
Those swans are sick.
Boom.
What are we doing now then, mate?
Well, right now I'm about to. No, I'm actually going to do a bit of a warm up. You guys probably know, like, if you've been following us on Instagram, you know that I've been injured for like the whole year. So warm up's super serious for me. Like, I have to actually like really put a lot of effort into it.
So instead of waffling, how about you show us what does your classic warm-up look like?
Yeah, good shout. So right now, very first thing is shoulder circles. Like doesn't matter what sport you're doing, right? If it's calisthenics, powerlifting, whatever, you've got to do shoulder circles.
How many?
So 10, nice and easy. Keep the arms straight the entire time. So you can see here, all the way around. 360 degrees, not 180,
Nice.
360. Actually, it's a little bit less than 360, isn't it? Because 360 would be like inside my legs.
Inside, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
So
like
anyway,
a skip.
360 degrees, arms dead straight.
By the way, if you want to get these bands, we'll put a link in the description below. And if you join the Gravity Gang, you get 20% off, which you can't get anywhere else.
That's actually true.
So
That's a good shout. Good plug. I like it.
Get
Good
yourself
plug.
a band.
But yeah, just 10 reps of these, a couple of times over. Once I'm done with that, next thing is get those external rotations. But if you're not doing this, you're not serious.
Yeah, goated.
That's the issue. You're not serious, right? Just like this.
So what are some common mistakes you see all the time with this, right?
Biggest one, people doing this.
Yeah. It's not a lat raise.
It's not, I'm not trying to hit my delts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit, there's a small muscle back here, right? It's called the infraspinatus.
No one cares, mate.
The infraspinatus. And basically, I just want to be hitting that muscle. So I want to keep my elbow nice and tucked by my side, just like this. And then I just want to rotate my arm outwards as far as it goes. Keeping that shoulder down as well. Don't have it up here. Keep the shoulder down. So just like that. I usually go for about 10, 15 reps on one side.
Nice and warm, really.
And then switch it over to the other side, exactly the same thing.
Would you then bang internal rotation as well? Look at that, I predicted him.
It's like as if you've known me for a decade. So, internal rotation, exact opposite. Key thing is, you're not doing this, elbow tucked by the sides, shoulder down, bang. Just like that.
Yeah.
So we're working the internal rotators, different muscle group.
This will feel a lot easier, by the way.
Yeah, you should be.
Rotation.
If it's not easier, you've got a problem.
Yeah, massively.
So,
Let's go doctors.
10 of these.
It's not looking good, Rev.
Yeah, it's not looking good. 10 of those, and then for me personally, I like to also warm up my tricep. So this is where my injury was. It was kind of here in the meat of my tricep. So for me, I have to do some overhead tricep extensions, just like this. Get a bit of a pump on.
OnlyFans in the link in the bio below.
Yeah, buddy. That's haram.
Yeah, that is what I'm sorry.
I literally, like for those ones, I'm going for like 20 reps.
Cool.
Because I need the pump, otherwise I'm going to be hurting. So that on both arms, and then finally finishing off with warming up the lats and the shoulders. So for this one, keep the arms straight and pull through. This I do about 20 reps because this is all just about getting a pump. So 20 reps on this, on both arms, and then I do the opposite. This is for planche, which is what I'm going to be training today. So keep the shoulder nice and protracted, straight arm, and push out like that.
Cool.
That's my warm-up. And now you're about to see what an idiot does.
What a real warm-up looks like when you're doing real skills, you know?
Right.
So my warm-up's pretty much the same as his. I actually just do 20 forwards, 20 backwards, 20 like this, just to get the shoulders nice and warm. Then it's the same, I do the external rotation. I like to use a thinner band because I find that if I use a thicker band, one, I'm actually just too weak for it. And then I end up like doing a chicken wing like that. So external, internal, I'll also do this. So it's extremely similar setup. For this, again, I'm hella weak, so I actually have to use the super thin bands. It's the same, what you want to do is think about, whenever you're doing any of these scapular-based movements, you always want to move from the core, and what I mean from the core is literally the closest muscle group to like the spine. So what you don't want to do is start moving with your hand. You want to activate it with retraction first, depression, then drive with the elbow, then you externally rotate, and then you come back. You can even let yourself maybe round, go into protraction. But what I'm doing is I'm retracting, depressing, keeping that retraction, depression, driving the elbows back, external rotation. I really feel that here. Whereas if I'm I didn't mean to do that, but I'm not that weak, I swear. What you see a lot of people do is they initiate it from here. If you're feeling it in like the arms, it means you're initiating it from the wrong movement. So I'll kind of do this. Doing that, I'm shrugging, I get a lot of pain. So again with this, it's kind of boring, but it's pre-activation, right? Retraction, bam. So then what I go into, and you've probably heard me waffle on about this for ages, is preactivation. So Isan can attest to this. I've always struggled with scapular movement. If you ask me like to retract or protract, I don't really understand my body that well.
Why?
I can't, because I am,
Why?
keep that word out, weak. So this was literally a game changer for me. I found that when I preactivated the right muscle groups and the right scapular movement, my progression went through the roof. So what I'm doing here is I'm really retracting, depressing, and I'm coming down. And I'm keeping that tension, and I'm just gonna rep these out, 20, 30, 40 reps until I get a pump. And again, I'm applying the same principle. I'm initiating the entire movement from the scapula. I'm not just doing this, because again, I'm feeling that in the triceps. I'm retracting, depressing, I'm keeping that tension. Sometimes I might even close my eyes because I find it helps me get in tune with my body a lot more. Once I've done this for 20, 30 reps, my lats will be pumped. I'll be able to retract a lot easier because I've built that mind-muscle connection. And then, obviously this is when I'm doing pull, I'll work on scapular pull-ups. So depression, retraction, hold for a second, come back down. Depression, retraction. A common mistake is people bend their elbows. So what they're trying to do is they do this. It's not that at all. You literally want to lock your elbows. Depression, retraction. If you're a beginner, you might struggle with the retraction portion. So you can literally just do shoulder depression, which looks like this. The range of motion is literally nothing. All you're doing is increasing the distance between your ears and your shoulders. If you really struggle with that, before you do it, you could preactivate. I think preactivate's like my new favorite word. If I die an early death, make sure I have preactivation on my tombstone.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think you need a pen and paper because the amount this guy's talking,
knowledge, man.
Flipping out.
So literally, if you so like I actually had to do this. I really struggled with like scapular pull-ups, depression. Just think about the saddest movie you've ever watched.
I got crippling depression.
Depressed. Oh my god. If you start shedding a tear, then you know you're depressing a lot. Harambe. How long's it been since Harambe's left?
Bro, don't speak about Harambe, mate. It gets me going, man.
That's it.
All right, guys. So today we're gonna hit some front lever, some planche for me. What about you?
Front lever.
Just front lever.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, front lever, strength workout, and then some hypertrophy to finish it off to get those gains.
Okay, yeah, I'm not on that hype. I'm a skinny little boy at the moment.
Yeah, but your front lever is better than mine. So
well, let's find out.
Right now.
Let's find out. The bar is set up. The bar is set low because we're both weak.
Hand it to me, mate. Show us.
Oh, wait, I need to chalk up first, bro.
What? Why are you chalking up, mate? What is this mysterious white liquid you put on your hands, young man?
That's a bit sus, and my parents will watch this.
That's all right. What is this? Why do you use it?
It's face cream. No, you put me on the spot. Nah, chalk's really, really useful, guys. If you want to like really take your grip strength to the next level and not let it be a limiting factor, then what we've got here, liquid chalk, or if you want powdered chalk, it doesn't really matter. Personally, I prefer liquid chalk because it's just a bit less messy.
Yeah.
But it makes such a big difference. Like it actually adds.
Would you recommend a beginner use chalk?
I would say no.
Yeah.
Because I think it's more important that you develop your grip strength first.
I agree.
And then as you get stronger and you don't want grip strength to be a limiting factor and you want to focus more on those primary muscles, then absolutely use chalk. Just like I'm doing now.
So what are you aiming to hit right now?
At least a decent 3 seconds. So for those, yeah, full.
It's back Bob the Builder in the house.
Huh?
Bob the Builder in the house managed to fix it.
Builder boy.
Right.
All right, let's see. Hopefully a good 3 seconds.
3 seconds, yeah? Mate, it's fine. Like, I have to deal with this every time I train. It's not the best, but... Damn. Ooh, that was good.
2, 3 seconds?
Yeah, that was really good though.
Yeah, not bad.
How'd you feel?
So, I feel good. So the reason why, like, I've had to kind of go back in the seconds, and obviously why my front lever is not as strong as it used to be, is because I got injured. I had two injuries, one on the tricep, one on the shoulder, and honestly, when I say to you I wasn't able to do a pull-up without pain, like, I'm genuinely not joking.
Yeah,
so to be able to actually train front lever again is like it's a massive blessing. Right, let's see what you're made of.
Right, so I've literally only just started this progression, so I'm months away from this one in terms of pull. Like, pull's always been my weak point. Actually, I haven't even got chalk yet. I know, weak.
What's this white substance you're putting on your hand?
I have my own bottle, mate.
There's children watching this.
Yeah, I mean, for me, ideally, I should probably be doing half lay by now, but I don't know whether it's because I've got tight hip flexors and quads. I really struggle with hip extension. I tend to pike a lot, so my coach has just given me more continuation of like one leg. So I was doing advanced one leg for like ages, literally months and months, slow progress, and then now I'm doing one leg with the shin. So kind of instead of that, like that. And I think from there I should be doing the full, but literally only for 2 seconds. And this goes to show that even if you're holding something for 2 seconds, you're actually working a muscle. You don't have to be holding stuff for like 20 seconds at a time to actually get any gains.
It's true. All right, let's see it, big boy.
Yeah, I'll have to go this way.
Nice.
That felt fine. So another good thing with this is that whenever you're doing strength training, that felt quite comfortable. I could have held that for like another 2 seconds, and that's not me showing off, but there's no point. If I held that for another 2 seconds, I would have gone close to failure. Yeah, cool, I would have had a 4-second hold, but then my next set would have been shit. So one of the hardest things of training is keeping that rep in reserve. It's such a hit to the ego, because I'm doing that for 2 seconds. It feels pointless. I'm there like 1, 2, down. I'm like, that's not doing anything. But over time, high quality, high volume, that's how you get good. It's not just about full sending it every session. There you go, the front lever king. I'm going to get...
Mate, that's the front lever king right there, bro. Where's he going?
He is actually, he taught us front lever. He's actually our dad, he's our real dad.
Mate, legend has it that he does the videos where they put a blanket over and a pillow. And
he sleeps in that way, yeah.
He sleeps.
He was born in the front lever.
Shit.
Yeah, it's kind of mad.
Yo, so just a quick one before you do your next set. How long do you rest?
Strength training, honestly, anywhere between 2, 3, and even 5 minutes. I'm personally a big believer in resting for as long as you need before you do your set. I think we even mentioned this. It's about high quality of high intensity reps, right? So if I need to rest 5 minutes, but I can do a really good high quality rep afterwards, rest for 5 minutes. This whole obsession about having to rush your sets, we're not doing a drop set, right? We're not bodybuilding it. We're trying to build strength. In the same way that if you were to learn how to ride a bike, you try and play around with it, and then maybe take a 5-minute break, you'd come back to it. You're not just going to keep going and going and going and going. You'll teach yourself negative patterns, you'll get frustrated, you'll get fatigued, and you'll get injured.
Yeah, 100%.
So for me, for this, I actually rested for like probably a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Normally I'd rest a bit longer, but I feel fresh. So why not? Some days I've had times where I'll rest like 8 minutes.
I was literally about to say, like, there's times where I'll just rest like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which is fine, like, because at the end of the day, the whole point of what we're trying to do is achieve a skill.
Yeah, massively.
And a huge skill, like with skill and strength, as Sam said, like you want to be as fresh as possible for each set. So 10 minutes for me sometimes. Today's going to be 5. Sam, you're obviously doing less.
However, if you have to rest 10 minutes, that could potentially be a sign that you're overtrained potentially or fatigued.
Maybe.
But
it depends.
Continuous.
I think it depends. Like if it's a really intense movement and it's like a once a week you attempt something, but you're supposed to attempt it like 2 sets, then I think like a 10-minute rest period is good.
Yeah.
But if you're like Sam's right, if you're resting like 10 minutes between every set all the time, then
that likely means you're going to close to failure on each set.
Exactly. You're probably pushing it too far.
Yeah, you'll probably like I get that if I do like weighted pull-ups or like weighted pike push-ups. I think it's just a grind. It's just oh man, I just don't want to do this. But I'll show you what.
Let's see what he's got.
I actually messed up the time. I was meant to do it for 4 seconds, not for 2 seconds.
Nice.
Oh, see, what I struggle with is losing that lower back. So perhaps Isan can give me some tips there. That felt good, but it felt like I was collapsing here, and I don't know why.
Honestly, I think it comes down to like if you're in a front lever and you're trying to like hold your hips up a little bit better, then going in and actually pushing your hips forward and squeezing your glutes the entire time and your quads. That's one thing that my coach, shout out to him, he knows who he is. He's like been able to tell me is like if you squeeze your quads, don't squeeze your core.
Squeeze your quads.
Squeeze your quads. Squeeze your quads and your glutes. So
I guess
maybe
that's hard
try
to do with one leg though.
Yeah. That's why I don't like one leg variations.
Yeah. Right, he's doing a second. So Isan's resting for longer obviously because he's doing full sets.
But again, remember, key thing, squeeze that bum, squeeze the lower back and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
people neglect glutes so much in calisthenics. Like
Yeah.
the glutes are literally what hold like your upper body and your lower body together.
100%.
Like all the top calisthenics athletes have big
Bunda.
juicy bundas,
Big bunda.
which I don't. So I clearly need to get on those hip thrusts. Look at that, straight as a pencil. That's actually beautiful. Nice.
Boom! All right, so next up, Sam's gonna hit some front lever press. You're gonna do it
Yeah,
with one leg.
Yeah.
And the reason why press is really good is because in terms of specificity, it doesn't get more specific for a dynamic movement than a front lever press.
And you feel it in the lats like so much. It's unreal. Like you'll feel it a lot more in the lats than just doing a front lever hold.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like, and also you're working the front lever through a larger range of motion, which actually makes such a big difference. So like front lever pull-ups are great, but because they're bent on, they're a little bit less specific to the front lever hold. Whereas the press, the raise, all of those things where you're actually having straight arms the entire time is so specific. So I guess, Sam, you can show us what it looks like.
It's a bit techie just because I'm doing one leg, but I actually haven't done it on here yet. I've only done it on rings.
You have,
Which
really?
makes it easier because obviously you don't have to fuck around with the legs, but I hate rings. I hate all rings! Apart from Lord of the Rings.
So there he is, and press, nice. Nice.
Felt a bit off. I'm not used to like how
You're
technical
not used to the
it
bar.
is. It felt a bit weird.
Yeah.
Fuck
It is a
though.
bit of a techie move, but
It is.
it's still like,
Still Gucci though, mate.
still.
Gucci.
All right, so now, for me, like the regression is, and this is actually, right, let's address this right now. Some people like bands, some people don't. And I think really it's down to personal preference. The band, all it does is it just reduces the load, that's it.
Yeah.
But it really comes down to where you place it. So if you're placing it around your feet, then that doesn't really do anything for you. It actually changes the way that the load acts in the actual exercise itself.
Physics and ting. Mate,
Mate.
Mechanical engineer, 5 years.
Even though, what do we get, 2 1s? We're not the brightest.
2 1s, mate.
We're
Yeah.
not the brightest tools in the box.
Mate, getting a
Sharpest
first
tools.
is for losers,
See?
mate. We all know that.
But if you've got the band over here, directly below the center of gravity, then this is actually quite useful.
Above your bum bum.
Exactly. So you don't want it here, you want it right below where the bar's gonna be, and you'll see what I mean. So we're gonna go for 5 seconds. It's really up to you how you place it. I prefer doing it like this because it's a tight band. And really the goal for this is just to build more volume in the position, right?
It's worth noting when you're doing this, you still want to activate the muscles just like it was if you were doing the full thing because you can rely on the bands a lot. So you know how Isan was initially saying that bands are personal preference? I'm actually not a massive fan of them because I intrinsically rely on them too much. So if I use bands, I find that I'm not activating my glutes, I'm not really tensing my lats, I'm kind of lazily just let it support me too much. Whereas if you've got good mind-muscle connection and you already understand how to hold the position, then bands are fucking perfect because it just gives you that extra bit of resistance, support.
Yeah, it allows you just to get more time in the position. But like Sam said, it's important you actually know how to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
This is where regressions come in. Because if you're trying to go for full front lever straight away, but you've never done a front lever before, you're not going to understand what to do.
Like you can view bands as literally like imagine if you were doing bicep curls with 20 kg and then the band is just like doing it with 15 kg.
Exactly.
But you would only you get what we mean.
You get what we mean. All right, so what are you about to hit, bro?
First of all, mate, I made a turmeric immunity shot and it's still on my fucking hand.
If you haven't watched that video, by the way,
it's sick.
go watch it. It's Sam's best video he's ever made.
Turmeric literally stains everything, mate. It's long. Maybe that's how Donald Trump got his orange face. It was just fucking putting turmeric everywhere. So yeah, I'm trying to do a 90-degree negative. The issue is when I do it normally, I arch my back way too much. So I'm not going to be able to get as flat because in order to get flat, I tend to arch. So what I'm trying to do is just trying to mimic the movement as much as possible whilst I keep that hollow body position. So whilst it may not look that I'm going as down, it's actually a better and cleaner rep than if I was to go all the way down but I'm arching my lower back.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about, is keeping that traction.
Oh,
There
great start, mate.
Buy my programs. I fucking had that as well. That felt so good. Oh my god.
So what's the advice on the back of that one, mate?
Just don't be me, mate. Right, what are you doing now?
So now we're going to hit some tuck front. So this is my like accessory work, but it's also still specific to the front lever. So tuck front lever pull-ups. The reason I'm doing tuck is simply because today, like when it comes to the program, essentially it's about not overshooting every time. If I was to do advanced tuck or one leg or whatever, the intensity is going to be so high. So rather than doing that, rather than exhausting myself, we're going with tuck front lever pull-ups.
But I know if you haven't figured it out, he's training for the front lever.
Yeah, no, I'm actually training for one arm handstand. Actually,
Yeah.
I think you'll find. So we're going 3 times 6.
Whoa, bloody hell. That's actually pretty clean. Jeez.
So just nice and easy, just, yeah.
So with that, you want to
repetition.
make sure that your hips stay in line with your shoulders, right? Because that's the biggest mistake.
Exactly, yeah. And sometimes it's very easy to just either like lean back too much and stack the legs, and then it becomes like an inverted pull-up.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like Sam said, you can actually just drop. And if you're dropping, it just means you're not strong enough to do front lever yet. You need to work on other things.
So, oops, swearing.
So
So I literally here, more hypertrophy sets because my shoulders are weak. So you can notice, right, I started off with the skill element, which was the 90-degree negative. Then I moved over to pike push-ups, which is more strength training because I was only doing 3 reps at a time. And now I'm finishing off with some hypertrophy sets. This is technically my deload week, so I'm actually going to do 1 set of 12. Normally I would do 2 sets. So here I'm just going to use 22 kg. I'm not going to be super strict with form. Normally I would really emphasize the eccentric just to build as much kind of time under tension. However, for now, my coach just said, look, it's end of session, just kind of rep them out. I tend to do them like this because it replicates a handstand push-up. You're not going to be like this in a handstand push-up, right? You're going to be like this. 4-inch motion.
damn, he's sending it. He's sending it. Come on, son.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, one more. Good.
Oh, that's it, that's done. That's literally 1 set. So yeah.
See the difference between how me and Sam train at the moment. A lot of my stuff is very skill-based. It's keeping loads of reps in reserve, whereas Sam obviously
So a lot more strength. No, hypertrophy.
hypertrophy-based because he can already do the handstand push-up. So
Yeah.
for him, it's purely about just building bigger delts so that he can get more reps.
But even for my front lever, so now I'm going to do some bent over barbell row. I have a lot of weighted pull-ups in my program. I just don't have as much muscle mass in my lats compared to Isan. That is literally why he's stronger. So for me, the only way I'm going to get a bigger back,
Bang the
I'm
weights.
not going to get that by just doing front lever stuff. So bent over barbell row, weighted pull-ups,
Yeah.
single arm, seated rows. I used to do a lot of those. Depends what your deficiency are, and that's why having a coach that understands you better than you know yourself is the key. All good coaches have coaches. That's why we have coaches, right?
Yeah, boy.
Isan's started his training for arguably the best skill in calisthenics, right? Which is
It's the planche.
the L-sit. What?
Oh. L-sit is actually mad hard.
the
I've got to
plank.
say,
Yeah,
L-sit
it
is
is.
like an S tier
Yeah,
like
mate, a
skill.
good L-sit is bloody hard.
So, as Sam said, working towards the pinnacle. There's better skills, but the pinnacle for most people, the full planche, right? So for me, I'm working on the advanced tuck right now, but the reason I'm using a band is because I want to really try and get that protraction, get the hip position proper, because the advanced tuck is actually a bit of a techie skill. So
It's a bit techie still.
it's a bit techie.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
So I personally like to enter it like this, already down on the floor.
Nice. What are you thinking when you're doing this?
So, yeah, the whole point of that skill is to make sure that the hips are down. You see a lot of people do advanced tuck and their hips are like up like this. That's exactly how I started. And then I found that actually starting on the floor and dragging myself forward is actually the best way to do it.
So walk me through it maybe so then you can
Yeah,
see how.
yeah, exactly.
Because I can't, I haven't done this before, so I guess
All right, so get that band around your waist.
whereabouts on my waist? Like normally here,
It's gonna
right?
move. It's gonna move, so just get it down around your waist. That's it, get on the floor. Perfect. So now where you are right now, you want to get into your protracted position and then have your like toes on the floor like that. That's it. And then as you start to come forwards, keep the protracted position and then let the legs come off.
It's too hard.
Have the legs a little bit closer to you. Have the knees, like walk in the knees a little bit more. Drop the hips. So you see what Sam did there is he came up with the hips. I'll show you the difference.
And I was doing that as well. That actually hurt.
I'll show you the difference. So,
ooh, that did not feel nice at all.
So, basically, if you start down here and have the knees already close to the parallettes like this, you're kind of already in the position, right? So all you got to do is you got to.
What was I doing then?
You were like up here. So if you start here, you're already in the position, and then it's just a case of protracting and leaning forward, and then you're in.
Yeah, that's good protraction as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool, so literally final exercise. People often ask like, what is a good warm-up? Now, of course, always do that warm-up that we did at the start of the video. That's kind of non-negotiable. The best warm-up you can do for any exercise is just doing that same exercise, either a regression of it or just with fewer weights, right? So here I'm gonna do 65 in total for just one set. It's a deload. Best warm-up I can do is actually just doing it. By the way, I've actually only been doing bent over barbell rows for like a month. I'd never done it previously in my 5 years of training, so you can comment on my form to see if it's actually good or not. But what I'm trying to do here is I'm letting myself almost protract because you want to get the stretch in the lats. The more stretch you can get, the greater the gains, and I'm just trying to retract. Bam. So again, what I'm doing here is the same principle as when we were doing the preactivation, guys. I'm initiating the movement from my shoulder blades, retraction, and then my elbows. What I'm not doing is, because here, I'm feeling that in my forearms and my biceps. So yeah, just 20 reps. Make sure I'm warm. Ideally, if you're kind of scared about it, you would go up in increments, so maybe then I'd do 20 kilo, but that is 20, 40, 60. I can't be arsed, so I'm just gonna go straight to 65. Time has been fast forwarded and miraculously the weight's just appeared.
God, it's Jason
So this is
Bourne.
65. Again, it's just to get a bit more hypertrophy towards the back. I love the pump on this. I wish I'd actually started this exercise sooner. You can comment on my form, roast me. Again, I'm not really used to this exercise.
Nice, man.
So what I'm trying to do there the whole time, kind of actually hard for me, is just keep that engagement. So even when I'm protracting a bit, I'm keeping that scapular depression, because what I used to do before is I'd come up, I'd be tense, and then I'd relax. And then I'd tense and relax. Now, keep that tension the whole time. You can still let the stretch happen. That's where the magic happens. That's my workout done, to be honest. Sometimes I'll do a cool down, which is literally just like a stretch. I'm a big believer in cool downs. I'm kind of lazy at the moment, so I actually just tend to, that's a lot. I tend to do like a core circuit now. I can't be asked to actually do it today.
So really, what he's trying to tell you is don't ever listen to him.
Nah.
No, but to be fair, like that is pretty much the workout done. Like Sam said,
You got anything? Or?
I've literally got one more set of advanced like planche, but you guys already seen me do
You're
it.
going to show our Big Daddy emerging.
Damn, here he is.
You actually, if you're part of the Gravity gang and you've seen all of our exercise tutorials, he's the guy that filmed all of them. So if you're wondering why
here he
they're
is.
sick,
Give us a flex. Give us a flex.
himself.
Whoa! Holy
He's way bigger than us, mate. What is that all about?
All right, guys, so we're back from the gym, and it's actually time now to talk about the big announcement that we've got for you. So, well, what have we been working on, Sam?
We've been working on the best thing on the planet. For all of you guys out there, including this cat here, if you want to get started with calisthenics but you have no idea how to start, we've got you guys covered to a T.
Yeah, so it's completely free. Worth saying that. You don't have to spend a dime to learn what our methods are in order to start your journey right now. So it's a free school community. We've called it the Gravity Gains because obviously versus gravity and the fact we're going to learn. So if you want to join, all you got to do is check out the link below in the description. We'll see you in there. We hold live workshops every month where we do deep dives into certain topics. So make sure you join, make sure you tell us what you want to learn, and we will do that in depth for you on those calls. And of course, you have all of the material in there to help you get started. And what's even better is calisthenics is all about community, right? So you'll actually be able to connect with all of these people that are on the same journey as you and have the same mindset, which will help you big time. Because
Absolutely, that's why we did it, right? Because we want to bring people together just like it is done in calisthenics.
So if you've always wanted to start calisthenics, now is the time to take action. So make sure you join in that link below, and we'll see you in there.